fuel door magnet. I should have fixed this long ago on my van. This is kind of the prototype, if you will. Put a couple of magnets here because that spring was always being a pain in the ass. With those magnets, the door stays closed. It doesn't bounce back open before I close my door. Now, obviously, my magnets have gotten kind of rusty here, and I've done better things in recent years. These have been here a couple of years, and it's time to fix them. This is my number 2 van, and well, I should be ashamed to admit it's mine. It's missing a bumper here. Spring's not even attached anymore. Looks like it's been replaced. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Yeah, it's bent up too. Oh, and a wasp nest in there. All kinds of nice little surprises. This one appears to work pretty well. Well, it's missing both bumpers, but it stays open the way it should, and it stays closed the way it should. Spring is nice and straight, bulges out to meet the clip. Let's go make the other one look like that. So if we pull these 2 wires apart to try to make it taller and fit tighter in here, it bends the middle in like that. We definitely don't want to do that. So we're going to leave that bent this way a little bit, or straight, maybe just a little bit that way. Bend it out from here, a little bit from there. More importantly, maybe we'll bend these tabs up and down, so that spring fits a little tighter in there. There we go, and then tuck it in to that little clip. Now it'll stay open and stay closed. I got really lucky there. They don't usually fix that easily, so let me show you what to do when your spring doesn't just pop right back into place and straighten out like that. We want to put a couple of magnets here. But of course we don't want them to stick like that. We want them to stay over here, and we don't want them to rust like they did on my van. So here's how we fix that. Clean the area with some alcohol, and why not? Might as well clean the magnets too. Let that dry. Figure out just exactly where we want our magnets, and below this lump and below this lump. So here and there. Some kind of your favorite caulk, or in this case I'm using gasket maker. Something that's going to cure or dry kind of firm but not hard. Pretty good dot there. And a pretty good dot here. Oops. No need to be messy. Whoops. I just want to fully encapsulate that magnet so that it can't rust. There we go. Got a little messy up there. I imagine that would clean up. Oh, it might even clean up easier once it's dry, but I'm going to go ahead and touch it now with a paper towel over the edge of a knife. Probably stick my finger in the bottom one, make a big mess while I'm cleaning up the top one, because that's how I roll. So we're going to leave well enough alone right there. Put a little bit of plastic over it here, and a little bit of plastic over it here. Come back tomorrow. Go ahead and touch that flat. It doesn't actually need to touch the door. But yeah, I'll come back tomorrow, peel this plastic off real easy, and have two little magnetic rubber bumpers there. Looks like this door could use a little reshaping too. All right, that one's kind of banged up, so I'm gonna do it again here on this one that's just dirty. Came prepared with some alcohol and a clean rag. Get rid of these old magnets, yuck. My. Wonder if I might have glued those in somehow years ago. They've definitely been on there a while. You know what I think's gonna clean that? I think Ospo will clean that. I'm gonna get a squirt of Ospo on here. You've seen me use Ospo in my other videos. Look at that cleaning up. Not quite miracle cure, but is that what they call an Easter egg? You didn't come here for a rust and grime remover. You came here for door magnet hinge and spring, with maybe a little trick about the magnet. But now we get this trick here too. While I'm at it, maybe we'll paint some happy little trees over here. Did I mention gloves are a good idea when you're working with chemicals that you don't really know what they are? Like Ospo and green rubbing alcohol? Why? 50% even. What? I don't know what I'm doing here. Well, for a 19-year-old car, I must say that's satisfactory. Don't really want to let that Ospo sit on my painted surface. So I'm going back to the mystery alcohol here. I'll wipe everything down that might have got Ospo on it. Yeah, especially wise to have the gloves on now when I'm kind of mixing two unknowns here. I have no idea what Ospo and alcohol do together. Maybe I should pour them in a jug together and just see what grows. That's a bad idea. All right, so now we're ready to put the magnets on. Ready to put the magnets on. Going to put a little dot below here, below this transition. Maybe this time I'll make it slightly littler dot. If I can get it to let go of the tube here. There we go. And another one up here below this transition. Oh boy, that really got to sliding there. Didn't like that. I don't like that glove. Maybe right now is a good time to remind everybody that we are not funded by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, like Bob Ross's show, The Joy of Painting. Here at Florida Van Man, we are totally reliant on you, the viewers, to support us through membership on our Patreon site. Membership has benefits including small gifts and discounts to our events, as well as priority access when you need assistance, have questions, and so forth. But most importantly, your donation makes Florida Van Man videos and advice possible. For just 46 cents a day or $14 a month, it really makes a difference to us. If we've made a difference for you in the ownership of your Sprinter van, please join today and be a part of the support group that makes all of this work. You can select the option to pay your membership annually, keeping the cost at about $150 a year, and I'm sure membership will help you save more than that. Yeah, we come back tomorrow, pull that plastic off, just like pulling the backing off of a sticker. It's not really going to bond, not going to adhere to that because it's plastic. Well, it looks like it's going to rain. It's been several hours, so I'm sure this plastic is ready to peel. We don't need to wait till tomorrow. Just like that. Nice, soft little bumpers. Maybe I should have waited till tomorrow for this one. Too late now. I might end up putting a little more goo on that, because it's actually hitting metal to metal there. Now maybe this isn't necessary, and I must take it a step farther here. As we can see, this van is only missing one rubber bumper, and it pulled the door in, squished the sealant enough to actually expose some of the magnet there, and I know that's going to attract moisture and everything else, so we're going to go ahead and cover that up. And I want to space this out so it doesn't actually contact it, so that it hits on the bottom bumper and not the top for now. And I notice it's not straight there, so first thing I'm going to do is straighten that out. Much better, huh? Well, if I could just put a little wedge in there. If I could just put a little wedge in there so it doesn't quite close, that'd be okay. Just want it to be real close and not quite closed. So for right now, I'm going to use a rolled up piece of paper on the top there just to keep it from closing all the way. And I know it's not closed all the way because I can push it closed and it springs back just a little bit. Also, it doesn't make that click noise that metal makes when it touches the magnet. So I know I've got just enough space there. I'm going to put more goo on, put the plastic back on, and let it sit till tomorrow. I don't think I really need any more down here, but I thought I saw the edge of the magnet over here. So I'm going to make sure I've got the edge of the magnet covered completely so that magnet doesn't rust. Now this one's working fine just the way it is. If we look in here real close, let's see if I can zoom in. The magnet is right there. Yeah, and we see the magnet's not touching. This one too, which is okay. It doesn't have to touch. And it's been working like this for years with a couple of rusty magnets just there, not even covered in glue. So it works, but these magnets are 10 cents a piece. I'm gonna go ahead and stick some more on here and cover them up with glue. And look at that. It's still not going to touch, is it? Just a fraction away still. So maybe once I put the little bit of glue behind it, that magnet will touch. Yeah, this one too. Once I put a little glue behind that magnet, it might touch. Either way, it'll already be there when these bumpers over here go bad and fall off or whatever seems to happen to them. Two perfect bumpers. Yeah, perhaps that one's extra large, but it's not going to hurt anything. And it's got a little bit of depth there on top of sealant or glue on top of the magnet because of the spacer that was up here. Closes and stays closed just like we want it to.